we're Gluten Dad here, back with another episode. Tonight we're going to make enchiladas. I found a handy dandy app where you just scan the barcode on these cans. Well, it's upside down on these cans to tell you if it's gluten free or not. I know you see it right there in red, but sometimes it's not always listed. You might notice the can opening technique. I can't find one of them ones, so we used a one of these guys. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have something that's made in China. This is made in good old Japan, so it can take the beating. You'll need a hammer to do this, and it's probably a must for proper ladling. We do have the can opener, but we wanted to be more barbaric. So we're going to start with our gluten-free yellow corn tortillas. And we've got some beef knuckle. If you've never heard of that, you need to look it up. A beef knuckle is where it's at. And that was just in the crock pot, and that's just meat. It's been cooked, so we know that's gluten-free. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling these, and we'll get back with you. I couldn't resist. I tried my new app. It does say this is gluten-free. It doesn't say it anywhere on the can, but it does in my app, so that's good enough for me. Well, you want to be sure to spray that a little bit because nobody likes doing dishes. You can go ahead and put your bed down there. You just load these little guys up with however you want them, and when you roll them, you're usually using two hands, but my assistants aren't working very well, so you want to probably try to put them face down so they'll stay in place. It's also a good idea to remove your hardware from your kitchen. You just want to go ahead and throw that out of the way. Today I've got some help, so she's going to go ahead and make some of these, and I'm going to see what else I can do. Alright, we're back. We got them all mostly rolled good and tight. If you push them all to the edge, you get room for two more. If you're fat like me and you're gluten free, you're going to need this extra food. So then you want to take your sauce. And this is important right here. You just want to ladle it just evenly. It's like art. We might be able to get by with one can. You see how I just have no real regard or direction for what I'm doing? This is how perfection is. And then you want to make sure you get every little drop, because you might as well. And now at this point we're going to add some cheese to it. Alright, we're also going to add some of these, just a little bit of these vegetables. They're peppers and onions, bell peppers and onions. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but these cans here, the only gluten-free enchilada sauce I could find was $1.79, and all the other stuff, including the Chi-Chi's brand, there was only 79 cents. So as you can see, everything costs more money. But we're going to have to sprinkle these on top to add flavor. And what I like about these too is that they're so big, because I told you the kids like to pick and complain. Not only are these big enough for them to see so they can complain, but they're big enough for them to pick off. When we go to add the cheese, there's really no particular type or amount. It's all about your own preferences. Well, just assuming it's gluten-free is all that matters. So now that we got the cheese all on there, I got the oven set about 350. I don't have no recipe. The meat and everything is already pre-cooked. The vegetables are frozen, but they're pre-cooked as well, I believe. Yeah, the onions look translucent. So we're going to pop this in the oven and basically just got to warm this puppy up and melt the cheese, and it's ready to go. Alrighty. Well, we had to pull it back out of the oven because, well, got to looking in my refrigerator, and I got some old shiitake mushrooms I'm going to have to use up here relatively soon. So we're going to chop some of them up, throw them on top. We'll look at it. Might have to add more cheese. Not sure yet. Ooh, like I said, we're just going to dice up a few of these real quick. I almost just cut. I got my phone plugged in. I almost made it cordless again. Wow, that was really close. So we got them remotely diced up. You got to keep them bigger, like I said, so the kids can see them and complain. Well, we got them precisely laid out in no particular pattern, but I'm gonna sprinkle a little more cheese over the top of them just so it looks better to me. It's important to have good fresh fruit too. Them are some nice, they're not melons, they're pineapples. Anyways, you're gonna have to stay tuned because I'm gonna show you guys how to make fried pineapple sandwiches. Well, they've been in there for about 10 or 15 minutes. The cheese is pretty well melted, so I'm assuming it's ready to eat. So, gluten tog.